I'm going to go talk to her, say all kind of bullshit. I'm going to try to fill the container that she is. She is a sperm receptacle. Boys, welcome to my channel. Today's video, women who want to do sex work. You know what that means? They are a failure. That means the father didn't do his job. Or if the father really tried to put you out of the stripper pole and you end up as a woman doing sex work, you are a failure. You are a failure. We need to go back in the day when women was doing that kind of work field, sex work. You shame them. You shame them. And most of those women, they didn't have a father. They didn't have a father. Or they have a father. The father tried very hard to put you out of the stripper pole. And you are a failure. You are a failure. The woman out there who have a father and the father tried, do everything he could, and you didn't listen to him. As a woman, if you do sex work with a good, strong father figure, you are a failure. And most men is gonna see your daughter doing sex work, they're gonna do everything they could. And most men, as a father, they are going to succeed. Most men, the strong father figure, they are going to succeed to prevent the daughter to end up in a stripper pole. Most men are going to succeed. Are you going to have a certain percent, maybe 5%, 10% of men that the daughter is going to say, F my father, I do whatever I want, I am a strong, independent woman. They're going to do sex work despite all the work that the father is going to do? Yes, you have. But those women are a failure to their family, to represent the family. They are a failure. We need to go back in the day. The women who doing sex work, they were shame. That's what we need to do. The women who do porn. Even the women who you take it off their Instagram and they show their tits and they show the body and they all modify it by Photoshop or whatever. That thing is a lie. It's not even them. They've been modified just to look good. They crave attention. Those women are. But the women who do sex work, terrible. Terrible. And you know what is crazy about that? The single mother is going to approve that. The single mother is going to approve that the daughter do sex work. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. She's making good money. Does that make her feel good? This is what father are so freaking necessary. And I make a bunch of videos that explain, as a man, we don't want to have a woman with a high body count. As a man, we don't want to have a woman who exposes her body to the entire world. That woman is going to be put in the category to sex. As a man, we put women in three categories. If she's wife material, if she's only girlfriend material, or if she's just a sperm receptacle. Women who do sex work, women who do OnlyFans, automatically as a man, we put her as a sperm receptacle. We're gonna lie, say all kind of bullshit to her just to use her as sex. We're gonna lie to them. The software is a man. This is what women don't understand. The software of a man. Male nature. So anyway, I regress here. I got a little short here we're going to watch, guys, and that said it all. The role of a father. Why fathers are so freaking necessary. So let's get it on here.
You said that your dad was supportive of your sister engaging in work, which to me is surprising in the same way that it's surprising that her parents. I mean, I do think your role as a father is to protect your children. And I do think your role as a father is to keep your son out of prison and your daughter off the stripper pole. So
there you go. That phrase over here, boys, is so important. That phrase is so important. This is what father do. Prevent your daughter to end up in the freaking stripper pole, sex work. And the son, I make a video last week, put it right here. Prevent the son to end up in jail. This is what father do. This is what mother are important. Let's say mother is important, but they have other job that they are important. Mother suck at prevent those two things. They're not good at it. Let's keep going here.
That
you
is
can
insane.
take that for work. Like, I do think men have a duty to try to raise their children so they don't end up becoming either criminals or workers.
If a daughter goes to her father and says, I'm going to become a sex worker or I'm a sex worker, and he doesn't make any effort to discourage that,
Yes.
I think that is a failure to protect his daughter from the world. And that is a natural instinct that every father should have.
Look what you just said. This is beautiful what you just said. As a man, male nature, male freaking nature, as a man, the software that we have in our head for thousands and thousands of years is to protect your children. Hey, as a man, you don't want your daughter to be a freaking hoe. Because you know deep down, as a man, because you understand how men think, man is going to use and abuse your daughter. She's going to end up with a bad man, and that man's going to slap her. That man is going to scare her. That man's going to manipulate and control her to do bad things. That man's going to use her to make money, doing sex work to make money. If you don't go to work, you don't go sick a certain amount of dick tonight, you're going to freaking get it. You're going to give me your money that you earn. Be a pimp. Because men understand how men think. Women don't understand how men think. They don't get it. This is the difference between men and women. Men and women, we are the opposite. The opposite. And when you see a woman and you know that she do sex work, automatically in her head, boom, that thing kicked in. She is a sperm receptacle. That container that she is a sperm receptacle. That container, I'm going to try to fill it tonight. I'm going to go talk to her, say all kind of bullshit. I'm going to try to fill the container that she is. She is a sperm receptacle. Male nature. The software in her head. And this is why fathers are so freaking necessary. And all the women out there who do sex work, you screw up your future to be with a good man. Because the man that you're going to be with is going to be a weak man who don't understand male nature, probably because he's been raised by a single mother, and you're not going to respect that man. Because that man's going to let you do whatever you want. If he's a blue pill pussify man. The good guy out there that you said you want to be with, and when you are with that good guy, that guy behave like a woman, and you're not going to respect him. You're going to do that shit test and shit on him, and that relationship is going to be a mess. Because you want to be with a strong man. And the strong man don't want to have a woman in the past that sucked 500 dick. She's a big used sperm receptacle. His container has been filled several times. As a man, you don't want to be with that. All right, so let's listen to that thing again, boys. Male nature, that explains it all. That explains it all. Male freaking nature.
Said that your dad You said that your dad was supportive of your sister engaging in work, which to me is surprising in the same way that it's surprising that her parents. I mean, I do think your role as a father is to protect your children. And I do think your role as a father is to keep your son out of prison and your daughter off the stripper pole. So
That
you
is
can
the
take
same.
that for like, I do think men have a duty to try to raise their children so they don't end up becoming either criminals or workers.
If a daughter goes to her father and says, I'm going to become a sex worker or I'm a sex worker, and he doesn't make any effort to discourage that,
Yes.
I think that is a failure to protect his daughter from the world. And that is a natural instinct that every father should have.
You said
So that's it. Again, I think that video is more for the woman out there. Understand male nature. Understand if you do sex work, you're never going to be able to have a good relationship with somebody. Because of male nature, the way that we think. And this is why right there, why father are so freaking necessary. Father are so freaking necessary. Man and woman were not the same, we are the opposite. And the feminists who have brainwashed young women and destroy family. Family are so freaking important. When the man know his role and the woman know his role. Men and women were not the same. A father have a job to do in a family. A mother have a job to do in a family. If the mother tried to do the job of the father and the father tried to do the job of a mother, that's bullshit. You have to be somebody that you're not. You couldn't ask to a man to be a feminine man. That man's not going to be happy. That man's going to be fucked up in the head. And the woman or masculine is the same thing. You look at that, you're like, man, this is... It's a man with boobs and a vagina. You look at that, you're like, ugh. There's nothing... I'm not attracted to that thing. She's not wife material. Women like that, they're not wife material. Barely girlfriend material. Women who behave like men, they are sperm receptacle. There's nothing attractive with a woman who behave like a guy. So that's it. Another video why men are so freaking necessary. Father are so freaking necessary. So guys, you like my content? Like, share, subscribe. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.